Have you ever felt a chill run down your spine in an empty room, as if you're not alone? Our protagonist, a lover of antiquity and knowledge, found himself drawn to a seemingly ordinary yet ancient library. It was a place where time seemed to have stopped, where centuries-old wisdom was stored in countless volumes, and where the scent of old parchment filled the air. The library, with its towering shelves and labyrinthine aisles, was a testament to human intellect and curiosity. It was a place that was meant to inspire awe, and our protagonist was indeed fascinated. But as he ventured deeper into the library, a sense of unease began to take hold. The dusty silence was broken by the soft thud of books falling off shelves. No one was there to cause it. It was as if the books were jumping off the shelves on their own. Then came the whispers, soft and fleeting, like a secret conversation carried on the breeze. It was a silence that wasn't quite silent, filled with the echo of hushed voices that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. But the most unsettling aspect was the persistent feeling of being watched. The sensation was subtle yet undeniable, like a gaze that followed him from the shadowy corners, from behind the ancient tomes, from the unseen depths of the library. It was a feeling that sent a shiver down his spine, a feeling that he was not alone in this vast repository of knowledge. Yet he couldn't shake off his fascination. The allure of the ancient texts, the thrill of uncovering forgotten knowledge kept him there, even as the day began to fade. But as the sun set, the library transformed. It was no longer just a building filled with books. It was a living, breathing entity with a life of its own. And in the gathering shadows, there lurked a sinister presence, unseen and unspoken. As the sun set, the library took on a life of its own, a sinister presence lurking in the shadows. Can you imagine the terror of hearing whispers when there's no one around? In the vast, dimly lit library, our protagonist found himself in a chilling predicament. The whispers, once a faint murmur, now echoed through the rows of books, growing louder with each passing moment. They seemed to seep from the very walls, their source as elusive as the wind. He felt the whispers wrap around him, a cold, invisible shroud of dread. They were unintelligible, a symphony of hushed voices, yet they seemed to carry a message, a warning perhaps. The echoes bounced off the ancient tomes, the air heavy with the scent of aged parchment and dust. He felt the hairs on the back of his neck stand up, a cold shiver running down his spine. Determined yet terrified, he ventured deeper into the labyrinth of books. The whispers seemed to guide him, drawing him into the heart of the library. The old wooden shelves towered over him, casting long, eerie shadows that danced in the flickering candlelight. Each step he took felt like he was walking into the belly of a beast, the whispers growing louder, more insistent. He tried to locate the source, to put a face to the voices that haunted him. He rummaged through piles of old manuscripts, peered into dark corners, but found nothing. The whispers felt close, as if they were right in his ear, yet they remained a spectral presence, unseen and intangible. His heart pounded in his chest, his palms sweaty. The whispers were relentless, a constant reminder of the unseen terror that lurked in the library. He felt a growing sense of dread, the whispers a symphony of fear that played in his mind, each note a chilling reminder of the mystery that surrounded him. Each step he took, the whispers became more pronounced, echoing in the silence. His journey into the bowels of the library had only just begun. The whispers in the dark were merely the overture of a horror story that was yet to unfold. What would you do if you discovered that the whispers were not just your imagination? A chill might crawl up your spine, as it did for our protagonist when he stumbled upon a hidden section of the library. This was not just any ordinary section, but a clandestine alcove filled with books, old and forbidden, that reeked of a time long past and secrets best left untouched. As he delved deeper, the whispers grew louder, more insistent. They were not just figments of an overworked mind, but voices, real and distinct. Each one whispered tales of curiosity and regret, of knowledge sought and prices paid. In the dim light, he could make out the faded titles of the books: Alchemy in the Abyss, The Necromancer's Lexicon, Chronicles of the Damned. Each title sent a wave of dread washing over him. He was not just in a library, he was in a reliquary of forbidden knowledge, the kind that pulls you in with the allure of the unknown, only to ensnare your soul in its dark grasp. The air around him grew colder, the whispers more desperate. He could feel them now, the spirits of those who had sought the forbidden knowledge contained within these books. They were trapped here, bound to this place by the very knowledge they had coveted. Their regret was palpable, their torment unending. Each book, each page, each word was a phylactery of a tormented soul. The library was not just a repository of books, but a prison for those who had dared to delve into the depths of forbidden knowledge and had paid the ultimate price. The knowledge they had sought had become their shackles, binding them to this place, their whispers a testament to their eternal regret. His heart pounded in his chest as the horrifying realization dawned upon him. This was not just a library, it was a labyrinth of lost souls, a testament to the destructive allure of forbidden knowledge. He understood now. The library did not just house books, it was a prison for tormented souls. Would you be able to escape a place that does not want to let you go? Picture this, our protagonist, heart pounding like a drum, makes a desperate dash for freedom. He's in an old library, a place that was once a sanctuary of knowledge, now a labyrinth of terror. The echo of his footsteps reverberate through the seemingly endless aisles of books, each one filled with tales of horror and dread. This place, once filled with the scent of aged paper and ink, now reeks of fear. The spirits, once docile custodians of wisdom, have turned into angry sentinels. They're not happy about this intrusion into their realm. They don't want the protagonist to leave. They want him to become a part of their eternal narrative. A chilling gust of wind sweeps through the aisles, turning the pages of the books as if to remind him of their power. His breaths come out ragged, his mind cluttered with panic. Every shadow seems like a lurking specter, every creak of the old wooden floor, a threat. He stumbles, he falls, he gets up again. The exit seems to be a million miles away. The library, a confounding maze, offers no easy way out. The protagonist knows he's running out of time. He can feel the spirits closing in, their icy touch almost palpable. His fear is a palpable entity, a cold shiver running down his spine. He's lost, disoriented, and the labyrinth seems to twist and turn around him. But he doesn't give up. He can't afford to. He keeps going, driven by a primal instinct to survive. His breaths come out in ragged gasps, his heart pounding against his ribcage. He can see the spirits closing in, their spectral forms flickering in the dim light. Just when he thought all was lost, he saw the exit. A beacon of hope. How would you cope, knowing that such a place of horror exists? After enduring a night of unseen terror, our protagonist finally escapes the gothic stronghold that is the old library. Relief washes over him like a wave, carrying away the suffocating weight of fear that had gripped him. He feels the cold night air on his skin, tastes the sweet freedom he had yearned for, and promises himself a solemn vow. Never again would he set foot in that accursed place. Yet, as he walks away, his heart remains heavy. He is free, yes, but he is not untouched. He has seen things, heard things, things that should not exist in the realm of the living. The whispers in the dark, the unseen terror, they cling to him like a second skin. He walks away, but leaves a part of himself behind, trapped within the cold stone walls of the library. Days turn into weeks, and weeks into months. Our protagonist tries to rebuild his life, to forget the horrors of that fateful night. But the echoes of the library's whispers still haunt him. They creep in during the quiet moments, seep into his dreams, transforming them into nightmares. The unseen terror has etched itself into his very soul, a haunting reminder of the ordeal he survived. He may have moved on in the physical sense, but mentally he is still there, wandering the endless aisles and hidden corners of the old library, trapped in a never-ending cycle of fear and dread. His nights are filled with the chilling echoes of the unseen terror, his days filled with the constant fear of the whispers returning. He may have escaped the library, but the library had not let him go. It lived on in his nightmares, a chilling reminder of the unseen terror. Some doors, once opened, can never be closed again.